Hello and a warm welcome to this week's episode of NASENI Milestones. I will begin this presentation with an inspiring leadership quote by a renowned scientist, Jackie Fresco. He said that the intelligent use of science and technology provides the tools with which to achieve a new direction. In fact, a direction that will seek the simplest explanations of complex facts. This is the direction that the National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure, NASENI, is providing to Nigeria and Nigerians with the expansion of the nation's technology infrastructure base. Just recently, NASENI demonstrated federal government's determination to make Nigeria a hub and supplier of agro-allied technologies, equipment, and machinery. The events were the groundbreaking ceremonies of the new Agricultural Machinery Equipment Development Institute, AMEDI, Lafia, with the mandate to develop agricultural machinery and technologies and seed same to the private sector for commercialization and mass production. And of course, the NASENI Skills Development Center, the North Zonal Engineering and Science Integrated Laboratory, which was also launched in Keffi. The two ceremonies took place in Nasarawa State and performed by the Chief of Staff, Professor Ibrahim Gambari, represented by Special Assistant to the President on Foreign and International Affairs, Ambassador Abdullahi Omaki, and the Governor of Nasarawa State, Engineer Abdullahi Sule. On NASENI Milestones today, we'll bring you the two groundbreaking ceremonies which represent a quantum leap by NASENI towards achieving its mandate. For the Executive Vice Chairman of the agency, Professor Haruna, the commencement of the two projects are in line with President Buhari's resolve to institute homegrown technology in Nigeria. Let's now get to both events as NASENI Milestones starts right now. My name is Kierian Umeayo. Thank you for joining me today. The groundbreaking ceremony to commence the establishment of the Agricultural Machinery and Equipment Development Institute, Lafia, has signaled the beginning of the implementation phase of the federal government's approval for the establishment of 6 agricultural machinery and equipment development institutes in the 6 geopolitical zones of the country. The intention is to reduce importation and the nation's almost 100% reliance on foreign technologies. Welcoming guests to the occasion, the Executive Vice Chairman of NASENI, Professor Mohammed Haruna, said that the institute targets creation of 10 million jobs for teeming unemployed youths and the development of a technology-based economy.
Great pleasure, uncommon privilege and happiness that I welcome you all to this twin event taking place in the capital city of Nasarawa State today. The groundbreaking ceremony of Agricultural Machinery and Equipment Development Institute, AMEDI Lafia, is part of implementation strategies of the directives of His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, to the National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure, NASENI, to effectively intervene in agriculture to revolutionize farming and food processing using technology. NASENI has succeeded in the development of some relevant equipment and machines in the food value chain, from cultivation, planting, weeding, harvesting, post-harvest, and food preservation. This institute is mandated to build on this success and serve as a pilot site for the implementation of agreement on agriculture between Nigeria and Czech Republic as approved by President Muhammadu Buhari for the Presidential Implementation Committee, working with Technology Agency of Czech Republic, NASENI, and Amedi Lafia will research, develop equipment, and train ordinary Nigerians and professionals in the fields of agriculture, food production, harvest, post-harvest, processing technology, food preservation, and packaging. It will also process agricultural waste to renewable energy, among others. This institute will also immediately serve as a pilot location for implementation of agreement between NASENI and the Jordanian agency, Decapolis, on food safety and food traceability to guarantee quality and acceptability of Nigerian farm produce for export markets. It will create businesses in agriculture and food value chain while providing employment opportunities. Nasarawa State is so dear to Mr. President that the first intervention of NASENI in solar home installation using NASENI's locally produced solar modules is approved for the common man of this state in partnership with a Solar System Nigeria Limited and Nasarawa State Government. May I use this opportunity to thank His Excellency Governor A.L. Sule for building on collaboration between NASENI and Nasarawa State Government existing since the administration of His Excellency Senator Tanko Almakura, and for providing necessary support and material resources, including temporary site and now this permanent site, making this day an event possible. NASENI Governing Board, management, and staff will forever remain grateful to His Excellency Professor Ibrahim Gambari for wisdom, guidance, and for at all times attending to matters of NASENI with dispatch.
Science, technology, and innovation hold the key to the progress and development of any nation. In Nigeria, the National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure, NASENI, is the catalyst for a paradigm shift from the utilization of conventional manufacturing technologies to advanced manufacturing technologies. Through its development institutes across the nation, NASENI is involved in the areas of reverse engineering, nanotechnology, advanced class content, education tools, agricultural equipment, and pioneering projects in the manufacture of solar plant models, electrical and electronic products, multi-purpose machinery, and lots more. Join us on NASENI Milestones and learn more about nurturing an appropriate and dynamic science and engineering infrastructure base for achieving home-initiated and home-sustained industrialization for Nigeria. NASENI, creating enabling environment for local mass production of standard parts, goods and services required for Nigeria's technological achievement. Performing the groundbreaking ceremony, representative of the Chief of Staff, Ambassador Bubakar Omake, remarked that the occasion symbolizes the determination and commitment of the federal government to develop the science and technology sector. He commended the governor of Nasarawa State, Engineer Abdullahi Sule, for providing the enabling environment for the siting of the institute and applauded the visionary leadership of Professor M.S. Haruna, the Executive Vice Chairman of NASENI, whose sharp eyes for details is building remarkable success in the science and technology sector.
The CEO has talked about the innovations and the interventions that have been carried on over the years, and especially during his administration. We have heard also what the governor said, and both of them collaborate the position of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, on the role of technology in the development of societies. And for us in Nasarawa State, we are grateful that we have 3 centers spread across the state. So we have no choice but to determine the phase at which technology is utilized across the country. And I'm very, very excited with the kind of work that Professor Haruna has been doing at this center. And clearly today is a day for engineers. We have engineers as the governor of the state, engineer the Kierian. We have the engineer who is shepherding the destiny of NASENI, and in some ways the destiny of this country as far as technology is concerned. Professor Gambari also asked me that despite his inability to be here, that will not stop him from doing whatever he can, and he has continued to do that and will do it until he leaves this administration. His support for NASENI, his support for Nasarawa State, and that to the governor and the emir especially, he owes you special apologies and intends to come here personally before his tenure runs out.
Governor of Nasarawa State, Engineer Abdullahi Sule, commended NASENI for deeming Nasarawa suitable for the siting of the institute. He noted that agriculture is the economic mainstay of his state and promised to do all that is possible to support the institute for the attainment of the set objective.
I need to commend the federal government for the establishment of the Agricultural Machinery and Equipment Development Institute, AMEDI, which is aimed at creating wealth and poverty alleviation. The project, I believe, is also geared towards transforming the agricultural sector into an industrial hub through job creation, youth empowerment, skills acquisition, and value addition. Let me use the opportunity to add on what our father, the Emir of Lafia, has mentioned. NASENI has 3 institutes in Nasarawa State, and Nasarawa State is the only state in the Federation where NASENI has 3 institutes right now, and we are talking about. So for these, you are perfectly in order when you say thank you, thank you, thank you without limit to Mr. President. Because indeed, this particular center, this institute, is not only for Nasarawa State, is representing the entire North Central region.
Other speakers, including the former governor of Nasarawa State, Tanko Almakora, eulogized NASENI, stressing that Nigeria can only become economically viable when home-initiated industrialization process is brought to the front burner through the adoption of homegrown technology.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me recall with nostalgia that during my service as governor of Nasarawa State between 2011 and 2019, the state benefited immensely from NASENI in its efforts to ensure that some of the crippling problems facing the state, which they could leverage solution, they were forthcoming. Particularly worthy of mention was the debilitating electric power supply in Nasarawa state. This situation was arrested by NASENI, which provided solar power for Dash and other very important uses. We cannot thank NASENI enough. Through this worthy partnership during my tenure, NASENI also provided love for minerals in Nasarawa local government, amongst many other beneficial initiatives through this most needed partnership. Today, Nasarawa State is yielding even greater benefits from this partnership through the commitment, doggedness, and perseverance of our amiable governor of Nasarawa State, Engineer A.A. Sule, who has held NASENI as close as possible for the development of Nasarawa State. When one looks at the activities of NASENI, especially the coming of Executive Vice Chairman Professor Haruna since early 20s, we can testify that his efforts have successfully impacted positively on the core areas of Nigeria's expectation in homegrown science and industrial development.
The initiative of establishing this institute and others across the country is one of the best things that has happened to engineering in Nigeria. NASENI, under the able leadership of our brother, Engineer Professor M.S. Haruna, has been very well properly positioned to carry out its mandate, and also the intendment of the founders of the agency, for which I would like to congratulate the agency and all engineering organizations as well as our stakeholders for this wonderful achievement.
We want to say once more, thank you, Mr. President, for bringing this project yet to us in Nasarawa State. It's a clear sign that the Green Revolution, which was said, it became a gimmick, it became something that was mentioned by way of passing. We have not seen the real practical aspect of Green Revolution. Today, with this institute, what the institute is expected to manifest, this is the real beginning of the Green Revolution. There cannot be agriculture without mechanization. Agriculture can only prosper where there is mechanization. Our people are tired. Our farmers are getting old. They are getting weak. The younger generation would not like to go the same way with the older generation. Mr. President, thank you for giving us hope that the dream of Green Revolution will start from this center. I thank you all for listening. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us all.
Excellency Professor Ibrahim Keffi, CFR Court, this day, Monday, 1st of August 2022. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
The occasion was also used to launch solar homes systems empowerment for 4,000 homes in Nasarawa State. The groundbreaking ceremony of the permanent site for NASENI Skills Acquisition Center, the North Zonal Engineering and Science Integrated Laboratory, also took place in Nasarawa State. Keffi, to be precise, where Governor of the state, Engineer Abdullahi Sule, emphasized on the need for the nation to build trained industrial workforce as a prerequisite for improved indigenous technology. Governor Sule, who is visibly elated, noted that the center will empower the youths with multidisciplinary technical and entrepreneurial skills for jobs and wealth creation.
Let me also applaud the commitment of the federal government, especially Mr. President, for the establishment of this Skill Development Center and the North Central Engineering as well as Science Integrated Laboratory here in Nasarawa State. This endeavor is highly commendable as it will enhance skill acquisition and improve the capacities of our workforce here in the state. This is in line with the vision and commitment of our administration. Let me digress. As I said earlier, the president of Nigerian Society of Engineers was mentioning that the Dangote Industries Limited is actually in pursuit of 10,000 skilled technicians, and they were able to find only 4,000. So if you had actually understood what he is trying to do, then this is an opportunity for us to quickly complete this center so that our people from the North Central Zone and especially Nasarawa can acquire skill and they can be part of that 10,000 workforce. The National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure, as an agency of the federal government under the presidency, has this mandate which includes the development of science and engineering as well as the development of infrastructural base to achieve sustained industrialization.
Other speakers also identified with the government cause and prayed for sustained tempo in the achievement of the desired objective.
There is a clear misalignment between graduates of our tertiary institutions and limited job market. In addition, a lot of youths have no formal education constituting a threat to the future of our nation. President Muhammadu Buhari has approved the establishment of skill development centers and institutions of NASENI across the nation to address youth unemployment, create chains of businesses, and industrial development or economic prosperity. This skill development center will train and develop middle-level manpower and focus on employability in selected occupational areas, provide and improve training standard and ensure that the right technical and vocational skills needed by the local industries are available. It will also focus on empowering the youth with multiple technical and entrepreneurial skills for job mobility and wealth creation, and certify the skills and competencies of the trainees for acceptance in labor market. The NASENI Skill Development Center, Keffi, also symbolizes government's commitment to the development of the technology base of the nation. This center will serve as a knowledge transfer center for the development of traditional design technology and standardization aimed at quality control with a view of enhancing the marketability of products developed by adopting indigenous and home-based technologies and methods. This in turn will facilitate job creation and economic empowerment of our teeming populace, especially the youth.
Over time, we've been talking about development. Development cannot, I repeat, cannot be achieved without the foundation necessary for so doing. And that foundation lays squarely in the hands of the artisans, the technologists, the engineers. Everywhere you go, everywhere in the world, you will see the thing that gets you attracted to those countries. Engineering, technology took them to where they are, that they become so attractive to all and sundry. We have lost some ground, I must say. Because as I talk to you, I was one of the pioneer students in the then craft school, which was meant to develop artisans. You can't build a house without a builder, a mason, a carpenter, a plumber. You can't do it without them. Somehow, we have abandoned course, and everybody wants to go for the blue-collar job in the office. If we all go to the office, there will be nobody to build the roads, nobody to build the airports, the seaports, nobody to manufacture aircrafts, vehicles, motorcycles, or cars. We must get back to the basics. Without getting there, we will be dependent, and our independence as a nation means little or nothing if you cannot produce the very basic things that your life requires.
And thank you for staying with us on the show. The two events are pointers to the fact that NASENI is deliberately laying a great foundation for science and technology, and I am certain that other interested states in the country can as well benefit from the agency's robust engagement by providing enabling environment for it to sustain the expansion of the nation's technology infrastructure base. The Agricultural Machinery and Equipment Development Institute Lafayette and the North Zonal Engineering and Science Integrated Laboratory Keffi, when completed, will go down in the annals of NASENI Research Institute's development history as major achievements. With such infrastructure, over 10 million Nigerians are expected to acquire skills that could lead to a successful life. On that note, we conclude today's edition of NASENI Milestones. Let's do this again next week. My name is Kierian Umeayo, and I believe in homegrown technology. Thanks for watching, and see you next week.